Good audio is obviously very important when you're making videos. I mean, it's one thing to capture clean audio with a high quality mic, but a completely different thing when you have to mix in all that audio with background music and sound effects in post. And so for this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what I do, a step-by-step guide on how to balance your audio with music and sound effects. I feel like I should change the backlight. Hold on. That's kind of cool. Okay, cool. We'll keep it as that. So this video is sponsored by Epidemic Sound. We'll talk about them in a second, but we're gonna go through two different projects and I'm gonna show you exactly what I did to EQ my audio, as well as how I mixed in the background music and sound effects. Let's pull up, let's do my iPhone 13 mini video. And the WandaVision video, that'll be a good one. So we're gonna watch this video that I already made. All the audio effects are already there. And after that, I'm gonna break down how I EQ'd my audio as well as how I balanced the music. And so let's go ahead and play this video. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want. By the way, I love that song, such a fun song. Want to get. And a lot of you have chosen the iPhone 13 Pro Max followed by the 13 Pro. I get it, they're the Pro models, they're the better phones. I have the iPhone 12 Pro. Okay, cool. So lots of good things going on. We got some really cool music, really upbeat, kind of sets the vibe for the whole video. My audio sounds good. Great. Now let's break it down. So let's go ahead and mute the music track for a second, and let's just focus on my audio. All the audio effects are already there for my audio, so it should sound good. Let's go ahead and play it back real quick. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want to get. All right, so now we're going to take off those audio effects, and this is what it sounds like. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want to get. So not as powerful, not as loud, definitely sounds better with all the audio effects applied. Now, first of all, I am not a sound engineer by any means. I'm just showing you what I know and what works. And if you are a sound engineer watching, then by all means, let me know what I did wrong in the comments below. Now, when it comes to editing my audio, there are two things that I usually do. I add the multi-band compressor to strengthen my voice, and I add an EQ to finesse my voice. These are audio effects that I use in Premiere Pro because that's the editor of my choice. I'm not so versed in Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve as of yet, so don't ask. Let's go ahead and take out the audio effects and let's just start from scratch to get good audio. All right, so over here is the effects panel and we're gonna search for a multi-band compressor. And multi-band compressor, well, at least for me, it strengthens your audio. Again, not a sound engineer, so I don't know the exact definition for multi-band compressor. All I know is that it strengthens your audio, for better lack of a term. All right, so I applied the multi-band compressor to the clip, and over here is the effects control panel, and we're gonna go to edit, and we're gonna go ahead and choose a preset. Now on this drop down, there are different presets that you can choose. For audio, I always go with broadcast, just because, well, I don't know why, it just sounds great. And with that applied, let's go ahead and play back the clip. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want to get. Okay, sounds pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the effect just so we can compare. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want to get. And a lot of you have chosen the iPhone 13 Pro Max followed by the 13 Pro. And there's that, that's step number one, done. Now I leave everything else the same except for this value over here, the threshold. I find that if I bring this level down, it makes my voice sound like it's from the radio or something. Like here, let's go ahead and bring it down and I'm gonna play back the clip. I get it, they're the Pro models, they're the better phones. I have the iPhone 12 Pro. And so to adjust that, I just changed the threshold value to -12 and it sounds a little more natural to me. It's a great phone, it's just too big and very uncomfortable, which is why I'm trading it in to get the iPhone 13 mini. And that's pretty much it. So that's it for the multi-band compressor. And the last thing that I do for my audio is to clean it up by using the parametric equalizer. So I'm gonna go to my effects panel and I'm going to search, well, I'm just gonna type in EQ. And I'm going to select parametric equalizer and drag that effect over to my clip. And there it is in the effects control. Let's go ahead and go to edit. And it's gonna bring up this band over here. And if I play it back, so I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago. You're gonna see all the different waveforms just kind of dancing all around. And it might look scary, and it is kind of scary. Now, even though I'm not a sound engineer, a friend of mine who is a sound engineer did share a really cool tip on how to EQ your audio properly. Now, the idea is to figure out which frequency sounds bad. And if you find that frequency that sounds bad, just bring that frequency down. that's it. And so with that, we're gonna play back this clip. And according to my sound engineer friend, I'm gonna bring up this point over here, and I'm gonna hover through the different frequencies and figure out which frequency sounds bad, and then bring that frequency down. In fact, let's go ahead and make a loop for my clip. So let's hit my out point, make sure that's looped. All right, let's go ahead and play back and find those bad frequencies. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want again? And a lot of you have chosen the iPhone 13 Pro Max followed by the 13 Pro. I get it, they're the Pro models, they're the better phones. I have the iPhone 12 Pro, it's a great phone. It's just too big and very... Okay, so I think I found two frequencies that we can lower. It's this section over here and this section over here. So I'm gonna bring this value down, probably about there. And I think it was this area over here. And then I'm gonna bring this frequency down about over here. And you wanna be subtle with your changes. You don't wanna go too extreme, otherwise you're gonna just end up with weird sounding audio. And so just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and play back. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want again? Yep, that sounds pretty good. There's a subtle finesse, but at least I know those bad frequencies aren't there anymore. So yeah, I like what we made. I like it a lot. All right, let's go ahead and play it back without those effects. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want again? And a lot of you have chosen the iPhone 13 Pro Max followed by the 13 Pro. I get it, they're the Pro models, they're the better phones. I have the iPhone 12 Pro, it's a great phone. Clean, love it. So that is essentially what I do with my audio. I always add a multi-band compressor and I EQ it to just finesse and clean out those bad frequencies. And what I do is that I actually save these audio effects as a preset so that the next time I edit my audio and I'm filming in this space, I don't have to go through the entire process of making those adjustments. I can speed up the editing time by using presets. And so in order to do that, I just highlight both these audio effects, right click, save presets, and then we'll call it, oh, I don't know, Sid Monologue. Cool. There we go. And save. And if we go to our effects panel over here, if you go to the presets folder, we'll see that new custom preset that we just made. And so whenever I'm filming in this exact space, I can just drag this custom preset over that clip and I'm done. Now, if you're asking about that really cool music that I used for that video, I got that from Epidemic Sound, which is my favorite place to download music and sound effects for my videos. I just find with Epidemic Sound, it's really easy to find the right songs and the right sound effects for all types of videos. Like over here on my homepage, they already have a list of recommended songs that I might like based on songs that I've already used in my past YouTube videos. It's really cool. Let's go ahead and play some of those songs, shall we? Ooh, that sounds good. Keeping that for sure. Definitely digging that one. I'm gonna download that right now. Cool, yeah, so definitely a lot of options for me to choose from. And what's cool when you download a song, like yes, you can download the entire mix of the song, but you can also download stems, meaning you can download the bass track or the drum track or the melody track or all of it if you want to. So if you do like a song, but you just don't like the vocals, if you don't like the drum track, you can download all the stems, and then in post, you can rebuild the song by placing each stem on each track and then remove the stems that you don't want to hear. So pretty cool that you can download those stems from Epidemic Sound. But as you can see, a pretty versatile platform for all sorts of creators. They got affordable subscription plans, whether you want to go with a personal plan or a commercial plan. So whether it's just you making YouTube videos, then you can just go with the personal plan. Or if you have a business, you can go with the commercial plan, which has all the benefits of the personal plan, but you can use those songs for your client projects. And if you want to try out Epidemic Sound for free for 30 days, then you can do so by clicking on my link down in the description below. And thank you, Epidemic Sound, for sponsoring this video. All right, so that is how I edit my audio, but what about background music? What do you do? Well, it's actually pretty easy. So we're gonna play back the video again, but this time we're going to unmute the music track. We're also gonna remove the audio effects in the music track, as well as reset the volume keyframes. Let's go ahead and delete those. All right, we are starting from scratch. All right, and here is what that sounds like. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want again? And a lot of you have chosen the iPhone 13 Pro Max followed by the 13 Pro. I get it, they're the Pro model. Okay, so it's overpowering, overwhelming. it needs to be fixed. Now with background music, I only apply one audio effect, and that is EQ. And so in our effects panel, we're gonna type in EQ, and we're gonna choose parametric equalizer, drag that over to our music, and then we're gonna go to edit. And the only thing that I do is I bring down the 1K frequency all the way down. And the reason why is because that's gonna leave room for my audio to stand out over the music. Let's go ahead and play back the video with the EQ applied. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you... Okay, so already my voice stands out. Let's go ahead and remove the EQ. You want to get. And a lot of you have chosen the iPhone 13 Pro Max followed by the... Okay, again, the music is overwhelming my voice. Let's turn on the EQ again. 13 Pro, I get it, they're the Pro models, they're the... Okay, so for this section of the video, the energy of the song picks up, and so obviously it's gonna overwhelm my voice, and so we're going to adjust that by adding volume keyframes. Let's go back to the beginning of the song again. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone... Okay, so that section could be lowered as well. So let's go to this section of the song before it actually picks up. And I'm gonna add a volume keyframe right there. And I'm gonna say, let's bring that to -3 decibels. Let's play that back. So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model... Okay, cool, that sounds perfect. So this section of the song will only be played at -3 decibels. Then obviously when the song picks up, we're gonna have to adjust that as well. So let's go ahead and fast forward. 13 Pro, I get it. There, that's when it starts to pick up. And let's see, I don't know, let's do -12 decibels. Let's try that. 13 Pro Max followed by the 13 Pro. I get it, they're the Pro models, they're the better phones. I have... Great, and I'm done. That was pretty easy. That's pretty much what I do when it comes to leveling out background music. I always add the EQ and lower the 1K frequency all the way down. And then depending on the energy of the song, I just use volume keyframes and adjust from there. So now I'm gonna show you how I mix in sound effects with music and audio. And we're gonna take a look at this scene over here from my WandaVision video. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen that video, definitely watch it. It was one of the most fun videos I've ever made. So if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's really fun. But we're gonna watch the scene over here of me trying to help me get out of the hex. And if you look over here, like there's a whole bunch of sound effects from Epidemic Sound. We got my music track, we got my audio, you got my dialogue, and so just a lot of stuff happening. So let's go ahead and play it back. Okay, well I think we're done here. Let's get you home. Uh-oh. What's the matter?
Looks like Wanda's gonna use her crazy chaos magic again.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
Okay, I think it's time to go.
Hold on.
Do something, hurry.
Hold on.
Hurry.
Give me a second.
Whoa. Okay. All right, it's not that bad. She just turned everything into black and white.
Okay, so pretty fun scene. Let's go ahead and break it down. All right, so first of all, let's go ahead and mute our sound effects. Which one is which? Okay, I think this is sound effects here, sound effects. I think this track is the music, and this is sound effects. Okay, cool. So let's play back the scene with just the dialogue and the music.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Looks like Wanda's gonna use her crazy chaos magic again.
Okay. Okay, so obviously without the sound effects, it feels flat. And for something like this, like you need sound effects. And so let's go ahead and bring in all the sound effects.
Like Wanda's gonna use her crazy chaos magic again.
Okay, let me see what I can do. Okay, cool. So pretty much my thought process was just to build layers of sound effects. There's no real trick to it other than just to build layers, especially for a scene like this. Like there's a lot of elements, a lot of things happening. And so it makes sense to build layers of chaos, I guess, or elements, which is what I was trying to find on Epidemic Sound. And really the only thing that I did with the sound effects was control the volume levels. Like some sound effects were a lot more powerful than others. And so for me in this scene, it was a matter of either increasing the volume of a sound effect or lowering it. And that's pretty much what I did for this scene. I mean, sound effects and sound design in general, like that's a big topic in itself. I made a video talking about that, and if you want to check it out, it's up over here. But essentially, when it comes to sound effects, it's about layers. You're building layers of sound to make the experience believable to the audience. That was a fun video to make. I should probably make another fun video like that soon. Well, that is it for this video. I'm gonna wrap it up because that was a pretty intense video to make, not gonna lie. But hopefully you found this video helpful. Again, I'm not a sound engineer. I'm just sharing what I know and what works for me. And if you are a sound engineer, then let me know what I am doing wrong. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I appreciate a thumbs up. I really do. Helps the channel a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell so that you get notified for upcoming videos. And I'll see you in the next one.